Hello, and welcome to another Papa Smurf adventure. This adventure is Labor Day. Time for a much needed break. Let's go on an adventure. Today's adventure starts on September 1st, 2022. Let's see what they've gotten done. Looking here off to the east, it looks like they got some concrete put in. Well, let's go take a look. We saw them pour this concrete sidewalk earlier. They haven't finished it. Let's just take a better look at it. It's all the small details that people really don't see. They've removed all the framing around that piece of sidewalk they installed, and they've also cut the grooves in it. Looking here at the entrance to the maintenance garage and the home that's on the property, I see they've got it straightened out a little bit. Looks like they're working on sidewalk on the other side. Zooming in, we can see, they're still missing some pieces to this puzzle. Here we see where they painted a pink line on how the curbing's going to go out to the street. And then yet they cut a bunch of concrete out all the way down. Why'd they have to do that? They had a little, I don't know. I don't do the work. On top of seeing they cut this all the way out, what are they doing way down there? Looks like a bunch of busted up concrete. Yep, they got a pink line on the other side too. Well, another day, another adventure. And as I walk past it, turn around to take another photo of it from a different direction. And one big jigsaw puzzle missing here. Now turning our attention back to the east, the direction we're heading, we see the next area that they were going to put back in a entrance exit and decided not to. Well, let's take another look. Getting a little closer, I see they put in some curbing. And there's broken concrete off to the right side. Now that curbing looks pretty nice. Even though there used to be an entrance there and an exit. No longer. You got the sidewalk all the way across it. I don't know how they're going to join it up with the other sidewalk because they're both pointing in different directions. Now, turning our attention off to the right hand side over here, they're breaking up the road they just put in. What? Yep, they're definitely tearing out a section of this road. What was wrong with it? Nothing that I knew of. Maybe there's something I don't know. We'll get back to that road removal in a moment. But here, you can see how they put that curbing around that piece of concrete they left behind and put drainage areas at the ends and in the middle for water to run out to whatever they're putting there, dirt I hope. They have added in more sidewalk down here, a little section of it, but it looks like they're got lines cut across the road here too. Wait a second, zooming in to check on this piece of sidewalk they put in, they cut all the lines on. Look across the way, more broken up concrete. What's going on? I see they've got sidewalk put in on that other side over there, way over there. But again, tearing out the concrete they just put in, making no sense to me. Wow, that sidewalk is almost as wide as the road. They putting in a raceway over here? Once again, just looking off here to the east and how they joined that sidewalk coming back around on the corner. Seeing that broken up concrete over there. They have me confused. Now you would think if they're putting in a crosswalk, they would just paint it. And if they're putting in electrical lines for the lights and everything, you think they would just tunnel underneath everything like they do everywhere else. But they have the lines cut across all the way across here too, but they're at a different angle. Almost like an arrow angle. I have no clue. Zooming in, you can see where that sidewalk's ending right there. They're going to carry it on around the corner, I'm sure. It's right at that electrical device right there, that box. I just don't know what they're doing. Maybe their adventure will tell me what I'm doing in my adventure. Yes, they put in a lot of sidewalk over there. Well, let's go take a look at this. Zooming in, something just doesn't look right over here. Right, pipe sticking up there. The roadway. Well, let's go take a look. That itty bitty narrow sidewalk, and it connects up to this sidewalk that's twice the size of that. What's going on? Yes, I zoomed in, and it's twice the size of the other sidewalk. I'm not getting this. Now turning back to the southwest corner, you can see how they're going to carry the sidewalk around the corner there. And they're going to have a little jot out right there, a little 4-inch kick out to widen it out even wider as it turns. And there's that electrical box, and across to the right is where they're tearing out the concrete. And oh, this is confusing. See, looking off to the right here, there's where they're tearing out the concrete. Just not making any sense. Looking back at the sidewalk, I see the electrical box right there. That could be because of that concrete removal. But then why would they be boarding this up for sidewalk? Are they going to tear out the sidewalk after they put it in? I have no clue. And there's that little kick out right there. Why didn't they just angle the sidewalk over? See, I zoomed in. That little kick out for the sidewalk. Why? Why not just angle it a little bit more? I don't know. I didn't design it. Looking southbound down Center Point Road, though, you can see it narrows into one road and then it opens up to a left-hand turn lane and just one lane continuing on, connecting up with the old road. But why is there a piece of concrete they cut out right there? Again, they make no sense. Zooming in, they're still missing something down here, it looks like. Can't really tell, but they're missing something. They got it roped off. Hey, looky there. Some of that dirt they put in down there is sprouting some green stuff. Let's take a closer look. Zooming in, yes, there's grass growing in that dirt. Grass or weeds or something. Looking nicer though. Zooming way in, no, it doesn't look like they're missing anything down here. They just got it blocked off so people don't come down the road. They gotta be able to read first, trust me. Looking off the east, that sidewalk goes all the way around and back down to where they ended the road at. But again, more broken concrete over here too. Zooming in to show the nice sidewalk. Dirt on each side of it going down the road. Looking nice. Looking back at the southeast corner, they've got the sidewalk connected all the way to the CCB driveway. So that's all connected in. Now, once again, on this east end of the road, they tore up more concrete. And we got lines cut across the other side, like they're going to tear that out too. Why? Again, why? Now that concrete is almost a foot thick. a foot thick. With all that extra rebar stakes and everything else they put in there, they're tearing it all out. What a waste of money. Taking a wider view, yes, you can see how they have the road cut on the other side. Like they're going to tear that out as well. Someday, I'll take a walk on all the finished sidewalks and we'll take an adventure and see if that sidewalk ends right there, if it continues down a little bit. And I think it ends right there. Hey, looky here. They found that other piece of missing puzzle that went around that manhole cover. I'm glad they found that. Just look at how they wore that piece of equipment out to nothing, breaking up all that concrete. Did I mention how massive those pieces of concrete are that they're busting out of there? Now, I'm not a betting guy, but I sure think they're going to cut that piece of road out as well. Just look at all that concrete and metal, and that's a lot. It doesn't look like much in the picture, but some of that is a foot and a half thick. That's a lot of concrete. Call me dumbfounded, but I don't understand why they cut a new line and didn't just cut across where they made the joint, expansion joint cut. That doesn't make any sense to me, because now they got down at that other area where they cut across into it, it's all falling apart. I don't know. I just don't know. See? What I tell you, there's somebody who can't read a sign. They're driving through. It says road closed down there, but they go right around the sign. There's no way out, except for the way they just came in. Well, they'll find out. Meanwhile, yeah, we have to throw out concrete over here too. Why? Again, why? I understand that it's probably easier for them just to lay the whole road at one piece and take out what they need to and put in something else. But they stopped it in other areas and they continued it on. Why couldn't they have done that here? Just seems like a waste. I mean, job security for somebody, but it's still a waste. You can see here, there's the end of that sidewalk, and it lines up perfectly with where they're tearing that concrete out. Again, if they're putting in a crosswalk, why not just paint a crosswalk? Hey, there's green in this dirt over here too. But you can see how they've got the left side cut already, getting ready to take that out. I think they're going to put in a crosswalk, but they're going to put in concrete with a pattern to it or something. I don't know why they just didn't leave that section out and do it later. Oh well, it's not me. See what I mean by people not being able to read? Down there it says road closed. This person just went right on around it. Again, that's just massive amount of concrete they're tearing out. Stepping on the side of the road and looking straight across, yeah, you can see where that sidewalk ends, and it matches up almost perfectly with this broken up concrete. Now that person drove all the way down there to where you got it all roped off, you can't even get through or nothing, and headed back all the way back up, and now they're heading around the roundabout, and they're going to head eastbound and try and get out that way. Again, people got to learn how to read. Well, it's time to head on back home. Head westbound here. You can see how they rounded the corner here. But it doesn't look like they lined up their pieces of sidewalk too well. I don't know. It'll probably look better when there's dirt all around it, I guess. Yep, looking at it from this direction, I don't see how those pieces are going to line up. You're going to have to curve it some more, huh? Zooming in, I'm sure glad these aren't railroad tracks. Because they're both heading in different directions. This gives just a better view of how offset that is. I mean, I'm looking straight down the west way, and it's just not lining up. It's not. Nope. Zooming in doesn't help it either. But hey, that curbing looks good they put in. Remember in the last video, the gas main shut-off I showed you with the stick sticking out of the ground? Well, their marker is laying in the grass, and looks like it's still there. The cap's off to the side, I think. Yep, the cap's here. It says gas right on it. It used to be yellow, kind of spray painted over it or something. And I don't know if they had that filled with something or what. I'm not sure. I guess we'll have to wait and see. We're back at the house and maintenance garage driveway. And you can see how they kicked the sidewalk over a little bit towards the house. And the sidewalk on either side is angled down, it looks like. It is now September 2nd, Friday morning, and they're out here working. They're laying more concrete. As we zoom in, yes, we can see they're laying sidewalk over there. But wait a minute, you're missing a whole section over here. Look to the left of the truck, guys. You're missing a whole piece of sidewalk over here. They are spreading a lot of sidewalk over there. They're almost down to this entrance. Wow. Hey, that's the same crew that put in the road. They're putting in the sidewalk. Well, they should know what they're doing. Winding out the shot, you see they're working on both sides. Well, there is a 3-day weekend coming up. They're still missing a piece of sidewalk over there, though. Not understanding why. Zooming in, the only thing I can see is there's a fire hydrant in them weeds back there. But that shouldn't stop them from putting in a sidewalk. Well, at least not one, not. They're taking the extra concrete left over from putting in that sidewalk on the right side over there. They're putting in that 2-foot expansion there in the middle. Zooming in, looks like they're putting in more curbing down there. We'll have to take a walk later on and see if they've done it. Well, looky there. Somebody else who can't read. Let's zoom in and take a better look. Yep, that's another JB, huh? Lost out on the road, can't read signs. He ought to be happy he's able to make it around that roundabout. Most of the other trucks had to back all the way back out. 2 miles backwards. Yep, well, he's lucky. Yeah, as we can see here, zooming in, they're filling in that little 2-foot gap out there in the median. Yes, it's Friday evening. They all gone home for the day. They left a little earlier than they normally do, but it's still after 5 o'clock. It's a 3-day weekend, Labor Day weekend. They deserve it. They've been working really hard. Let's peek in down by this bridge. Well, looky there. they have grass or green down there. I don't know if it's grass or weeds or what, but it looks nice anyways. As normal, we're gonna head eastbound to see what they've done down here on this end. You could tell they were ready to go home. They just left the equipment right where it sits. And normally they put it all away down by the bridges and everything else. And, nope, they just left it right there. Like, it's a 3-day weekend. We're out of here. Panning off to the side here, we can see where they ended the sidewalk. Just a little bit past that electrical post. Walking a little further down on the left-hand side, I see this blue line with an arrow pointing. I'm like, well, what do they got that there for? And looking a little further, you can see how the blue line goes right across on the other side of the sidewalk. Well, that little building there is the pump house, the water main connection to this side of the mobile home park. That's where that line hooks up to. A little further down, we're at the entrance to the mobile home park maintenance garage and the home. And we can see here they've actually put part of the curbing in for that driveway. Now I see why they cut that across all the way down, because it makes it more of a straight, clean line with the road and gives them more room to put in this as one piece instead of two little corner pieces. As you can see here, by the right side curb coming around, they got a good 2-foot section coming up. So they don't have just like a 3-inch section, if even that. Turn around looking straight across from that driveway. You can see where they ended that sidewalk right there. But now, if you look a little bit off to the right, you can see it starts back up again. They're missing that whole section right there. Whole piece of the puzzle. Why? Again, with the questions. No answers. What? Well, looking back towards the roundabout, looks like they're getting some green on that too. And it looks like they cleaned up all that broken up concrete. Well, let's take a better look. Well, looky there, Ma. No more broken up concrete. Just a track hose sitting there. See, that sidewalk comes around. Still missing a section there. Well, let's take another look. Yes, it looks nice and clean. Still not understanding why they're doing it. That hill or mound on the roundabout looks good. Is that actually green coming in there? Let's zoom in. It looks better from far away. The closer you look, the less green you see. I'm still not understanding this. The sidewalk comes up and then it expands double size. I just don't get it. Here I'm standing on that piece of sidewalk heading towards the expanded sidewalk. Well, let's take a walk down the sidewalk. What they have anyways. As I walk up to the area where it starts to curve, there's a blue plastic pipe sticking up with a copper pipe sticking up. I'm sure it's a water pipe. Does that go over to the roundabout? Now, just across the sidewalk, we have this gray pipe, plastic pipe, PVC pipe, whatever, sticking up out of the ground. And then you look over there at the roundabout. This looks green again. You see that little orange thing? Yeah, that's something sticking up over there. Is all this connected? Now that area where they have that kick out on, the place they're putting in the sidewalk, which I don't understand, in the middle is a water shut off. Is that why they haven't put in this section? Looking further down the sidewalk, we can see where they have that area that doesn't have a sidewalk, and then it's sidewalk again in front of that fire hydrant. I'm just not getting this. While crossing the road over to the north side, I stopped in the middle here in the median. Take a shot all the way down the middle of the road. You can see the 2-foot little concrete things they put down the middle of the median. Not understanding that, but hey, it looks good. I know the sidewalk isn't finished, but it's here and I'm going to use it. WD-40. Oh, I got some. I don't need any. But let me tell you, it's a 3-day weekend. They left that quick. They just said, it's there. I'm not picking it up. I'm going home. Walking down to where they're putting in that driveway for the home and maintenance garage. All 3 of these pieces do not match up at all. That is just, yeah, okay. It'll probably look better when all the pieces are in. You know how the jigsaw puzzles go. That doesn't look right. Yeah, this doesn't look right either. Looking at that piece of concrete and curbing they put in there to get the water run off. Yep, that sidewalk still doesn't line up. Turning around and looking at the other side of that curbing they put in. And, well, this sidewalk, yeah, curving together. Yeah, when they get all the dirt and everything in, I have a little curve up to it or something. But, yeah, you'd think they'd put it in a little straighter than what they did. Again, that's not me. Now I see why they cut that back, the 2 feet that they did to put in the concrete that just tore out. Otherwise, they'd just have those 2 little curved pieces they'd have to put in. It's that holds it in one piece rather than 2 little pieces that are sitting on the edges that can just float, I guess. I don't know. Because looking at it in a whole, that's one large piece. It's got rebarb into it. But they're going to have to put rebarb in that to hook into the other piece of the driveway they're putting in. And the sidewalks. And, oh well. It's job security. Looky there. I'm almost home. I can see my home from here. Oh, it's been an adventure. Hey, it's a 3-day weekend. Tomorrow is Saturday. Yes, I'm gonna walk under the bridges tomorrow. Come with me. You ready? Let's expand the adventure. Yes, it's Saturday. We're looking off the east. Nothing's changed because no one's been there. So you know what? We're going to change it up. This time, we're coming out of the Morning Dove Lane Drive, and we're going to turn right instead of left. Here we go. The first thing we come upon is a pile of rock with a bunch of debris in it. Hey, see that green cap back there? Yeah, when MediaCom came out to check on that cable to see if it was theirs and they said it wasn't, I made the guy go there and put the cap back on it. He said, well, it's not going to hurt anything being off. I said, maybe not you, but my internet's hooked up to that box and I don't want any wild animals getting in there and tearing it up. Now you can see that orange cable way back there. That goes to the neighbor's house. The MediaCom never buried their cable. Oh well. Heading westbound, just taking a picture down the road, showing where we're heading to. Now, we'll take a picture in the rearview mirror. That's where we came from. As you can see, they have the drain caps in all the way down here. We can see the drains on the 2 sides. We're getting there. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Off the right-hand side, you can see Goldfinch. Used to be an entrance and exit from the mobile home park. No longer. Well, we're almost there. Just on the other side of the mobile home park here. It's where they've had their storage area. Looks like they're thinning it out. Got a lot of stuff put in. We're a little closer. Look off the left-hand side, you can see the off-ramp coming up. On the right-hand side, you can see the on-ramp going on. And that area in the middle is going to be one huge intersection with lights, traffic lights. Here's a little better view of that off-ramp that comes up. I know, in a car, it'd be no time at all you'd be there, but remember, I'm walking with oxygen. Off on the right-hand side, you can see the bridge that goes across. See where the intersection is going to be. Being a little further up, you can see how that off-ramp is way down there. It must go at least a quarter of a mile. Wow. They make it a long ways, but it's getting there. Now turning back and looking north, here's the on-ramp going to northbound I-380. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. You can see the completed bridge on the right-hand side. I can see one of the beams on the left-hand side where all the cranes are at. Getting closer. I can see that one beam, but I can't really see much of anything else. And so I zoom in, and what do I see? It's a mess. I see one beam, 2 beams, 3 beams. Approaching the bridge on the right-hand side, and facing towards the bridge they're putting in, you can see they have one half of it over the northbound lanes. Again, turning towards the north, you can see the on-ramp, and that little road on the other side of that pile of dirt is another on-ramp. It's a crossover bridge. It doesn't. If you're coming westbound to get on northbound I-380, you just curve to the right. Now, if you're going northbound, coming eastbound on Center Point Road, you got to cross over the left-hand bridge and then cut over, and it wise. It's really strange. Now looking south over I-380 north. Wait a second. There's those beams. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. How many beams are there? I thought there was only going to be like 4 beams, I was told. Huh. I was informed incorrectly. I was told there was 4 beams on each side. There's 8 beams on each side. Wow. Yeah, 8 beams. Remember how big those beams were coming down the road? We got 8 more coming for the other side. Wow. Looking across to the other side. Yep. It's all set up. Just waiting for them to get the beams. Just looking back to how those beams sit on the other side. Yeah. Wow. It's absolutely amazing how they do this stuff. I figure I'm in the middle of that other bridge over the interstate. I'll go take a picture of what it looks like from the on and off ramps coming off it and on it. Yep. Zooming in, it looks just like any other on and off ramp I've ever seen. It blends in with everything else. Hey, look there. They've got the road, or the off-ramp, all the way up to the bridge here now. We didn't have that last time we were down here. Turning around and taking a picture of the bridge they're installing on the opposite side of the bridge we just crossed. Yep, We got a ways to go, but look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 beams. 8 beams. Do they need to put concrete on top of it? Yes, zooming in. Yeah, they're going to have to put concrete on top of it. My tires would fit on it, but if I zigged or zagged, I wouldn't make it. Yeah, they had their work cut out for them. Now, do you remember in the previous video when I crossed over the bridges, I couldn't figure out what they had all those railroad ties for? Now I know. Padding for their humongous cranes that we're putting in all the beams. Now that I have made it to the west side of the bridges, this is Tower Terrace Road. It splits into 2 roads. There used to only be 1 road here. Oh, they must be making a northbound and eastbound as well. Oh, that's right. They had to put in an intersection over here too with traffic lights. Okay, well, we'll see when it's done, but we may get a glimpse before then. I get so confused looking back at these pictures. Where was I facing? What is that? Oh, we're facing southbound on 380, and that's going to be the on-ramp to southbound 380 from Tower Terrace Road. That dirt mounted road, yes. There's no concrete yet. Here we're looking at the 380 southbound exit onto Tower Terrace Road, and it comes up and it winds. Why? I don't know. I guess we'll find out when we get it completed. I have crossed all the way over to the north side of Tower Terrace Road, heading westbound. As you can see, there's an island there in the middle. Way off there in the distance. I'm going to zoom in. Hold on. Yep, that's Miller Road down there. Miller Road, if you take Miller Road, it'll turn into Edgewood Road after Blair's Ferry. But if you turn to the right on the off of Tower Terrace Road, it's Edgewood Road. It's funny because Miller Road is owned by Cedar Rapids, not by Hiawatha. It's in the middle of Hiawatha, but it's owned by Cedar Rapids. It is what it is, folks. Now I've crossed over to the south side of Tower Terrace Road, facing westbound. Yep. There's going to be an island here. It's just strange. Well, walking back, I figure I'll swing it to southbound and try and give you a picture of the on-ramp they're going to be putting in here. We're heading for home. Just take a picture where that road's going to go straight across to that bridge. I can zoom in a lot faster than I can walk. And it's a pretty sharp photo there too. I've walked up a little bit closer now. Let's zoom in again. Now remember seeing those holes in the side of that concrete beam as it went by? I wonder what they're for. They have cross braces all the way across, hooking each beam together. That's one sturdy bridge. Before crossing back over this bridge, you can see the off-ramp, 380 south to Tower Terrace Road. See that big rebar right there? That's what's going to hook the roads together. Well, they shouldn't shift. That sure is a pretty design they have on that wall. It's a shame they're going to cover it up. We can see they have the railroad ties down there for that huge crane as well. Yeah, it's going to take more than one crane to put in each one of those. Into a lot of work. Yeah, you won't be able to see that pretty brick look once the road's in, unless you're on 380. Flying by it. Looking back at the shelf they're going to set those beams on. Zooming in, you can see exactly where those beams are going to sit in between all that rebar there. It'll all be concreted in and bolted together. I should go back and take a look at that center beam brace in the middle of the interstate to see how they're actually connecting these. Exterior, it says on the on the end of the beam. But I'm sure they're fastening to that somehow. It looks like they have rebar coming up and out to connect the other beam to it. Don't know how that's going to work, but I guess we'll see. As you can see, there's those two metal plates there, and that's where they connect all those cross braces all the way across to beam to beam. Well, it should be sturdy. Now to let you know how they're going to set in those other beams on the other side, this is what they're doing on this side, so it would probably be the same on the other side. See how they have the beams set, they have all this rebar. Guarantee it's all going to get filled up with concrete and lock it all in. Well, taking a picture, showing how all the other beams are sitting in here, how it's going to be on the other side. They're going to all be encased in about 2.5 feet of concrete width-wise, and what is that, 6 feet of concrete height-wise? That's a lot of concrete. Well, I made it past the bridges. You can see we're heading eastbound down Center Point Road. This is the east side of the intersection to the bridges. All the sticks are at, I think that's going to be an area for traffic lights or signals or something. Oh, we'll see when it's done. Well, let's continue on with the adventure. That's funny. They have all the fire hydrants up so high down there, if you can see them. And here's this one set way in the back, down so low. Why it's so low, I have no idea. You think it'd be up with all the rest. Well, again, I didn't install it and I didn't design it. Looking in the rear view mirror, you can see how the sidewalks are going this way. I saw these signs the last time I walked by them. Don't know what they said. Figured they had something to do with the tower. You know, keep out, private property, whatever. But let's zoom in and see what they say. Pay item number? Pay item numbers? Nothing that informs me about anything. When I went to the bridges, I walked on the westbound lanes, heading that way. On the way back, I walked on the eastbound lanes. Approaching the left-hand turn lane for the mobile home park. Turn on your signal. Tink, 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 tink. My signal's working. Tink, tink. Remember, I'm walking, not driving. But hey, there's the entrance where we gotta turn left at. And that hedge looks really nice right there. I swear, officer, I didn't knock that cone over coming into the left-hand turn lane. I swear I didn't. As I look in my rearview mirror and see a cone knocked over. I had my blinker on. I know I didn't hit it. Looking to the left. Nope, don't see no traffic. I guess I can turn. Turning up into Morning Dove Lane, entering the mobile home park. Yes, looking off to the left, where we've been, where we came from. No one's been out yet to fix that broken phone cable there. I'll be happy when all this is done so I can get back here and mow this area with my mower. I just put 4 new tires on it, and it'll be nice when the ground's level. I can drive on it and mow the grass because it's really hard for me to get back there, the weed whacker. But it is what it is. I'm glad the year's almost over with for the weeds growing. Well, thank you all for coming on this adventure with me. It was a fun adventure, a long adventure. Oh, goodness. But you know what? That's what happens when you take 3 days and shove it into one. They've had 3 days off. Today is Labor Day, and they deserve a good day off. As you can see in this photo here, that's when they're going to be working on the other side of the bridge, putting in those beams. So I'll be getting some more pictures of some more beams going by. So, come along next time on another adventure. Love to see you there. Love you all. Bye.